So I was based out of Bangkok, working in a large multinational into petrochemicals called Indorama Ventures. So I was fascinated with the India growth story, which is happening over the last 4 years, 5 years, or even 10 years or so. So I decided that it's the right time to move back to India. I had the urge in me to move back to India, and I was looking for the right opportunity. I found it in Aditya Birla Group, which has a large global presence in 41 countries, and it's a true Indian conglomerate which has a large global presence. I found this opportunity in Birla Cellulose, and I decided to move back to Mumbai. As a global sales manager, I would recommend that the first criteria should be a deep market understanding. You should understand what are the market dynamics, what are the demand supply situation, what are the competition health of the competitors, and then you should also understand the interfiber dynamics. What's going on in the cotton industry, what's going on in the polyester industry, what's going on in the nylon industry, and how it's affecting our man-made cellulosic industry. This is very important. This is the first basic step. Second is a deep commercial acumen. You should understand whatever decisions you are taking, what is the effect on the P&L for the company, what is the effect of the cash flow, operating cash flow of the company, and how your decisions are affecting your team as a whole as well. These are the things which you need to understand as a global sales head. And on top of it, it's very important that you have a high ethical standards and also high integrity. That's very important as well. So for me, the most important part is that you should, as a leader, you should understand what is the big picture, considering all the market trends, considering your business goals. And once you understand the big picture as a whole, it's important that you flow it down to measurable KPIs and KRAs for your team. So the team should be accountable, responsible, and you should have a connect with the team. After you have a connect with your team, it's also important that you influence the team, that whatever goals you have, you are aligned to that goals, be accountable and responsible. And the team should be very much adaptable because it's a very volatile situation these days. It's important that the team is very adaptable to any kind of changes in the business environment and change their way of working accordingly. So this is a VUCA world. What I say, it's like volatility, world full of volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity. So customers are not looking for only product and quality. They are looking for long-term relationships, long-term sustainable relationships with their vendors and suppliers. So it's important that we as Birla Cellulose stay abreast of all the latest developments which is happening at the customer's end. So sustainability is a base. Sustainability is we have to be a sustainable company, and for that we are proud to say in Birla Cellulose, for the 6th consecutive year we have got the green shirt in our canopy journey, and we are amongst the top 2 producers in the globe producing man-made cellulosic fibers who have this at the highest ratings. Then it's also important on the customer end, what we see is that a global supply chain transparency. Again, I'm very proud to say that in Birla Cellulose we have this green track fiber mechanism through this blockchain technology. So this allows the full traceability of the fiber. When you see the garment in the retail store, you can trace it back to where the pulp was generated at the forest. So you can map out the entire traceability at all the supply chain nodes. So this is some of the points which we see that new customer trends are happening. Then another trend I can say is that there's a lot of retailers are moving from core fashion to fast fashion merchandise. So our innovation team, our design team has to be abreast of what are the new trends happening in the retail industry and develop their designs and also do the pilot runs accordingly. I think the most important part of young talent is resilience. So there'll be a lot of setbacks in your corporate career, in your day-to-day life, in your personal life. how quickly you bounce back from that setback is what your resilience is, and that's what is going to keep you go forward. You have to move ahead. You cannot just be set back with any kind of failures or any kind of setback which happens in the day-to-day life. That's very important for me. Second is a very fast track learning mindset. You have to be very curious, and you have to keep on learning, and whatever learnings it's happening, you have to implement it in your day-to-day activities. And today information, yesterday, last 10 years back, information was the key, but information today we have it in a keyboards. AI is evolving. It's evolving more and more. You have to use more technologies. You have to embrace AI, and you have to use the information whatever you have in your hand, and how you're going to use it on a day-to-day life on your corporate world, and that's going to make you move forward. So, Birla Cellulose is part of Aditya Birla Group. Aditya Birla Group has presence across 41 countries, has 340 state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities. So, we are a truly global company. Birla Cellulose also has, presence of manufacturing in 6 countries with 12 manufacturing sites and 5 R&D facilities. So, we in Birla Cellulose again is a truly global company, and we are also in the consumer space. If you go to any retail shop which is using retail brands, which is using viscose or lyocell or any other man-made cellulosic fibers, so Birla Cellulose has co-branded with these retailers, and they are using the Liva tag. So we are in the consumer space. We are globally present, and we have also marketing offices across many countries in the world. So very few Indian companies are going to really give this kind of opportunity and platform to young individuals, that you have this kind of Indian company who is truly global and who have the opportunity to work across diverse kind of cultures, work with international markets, and this is an opportunity which is very very rare. And we are also in the consumer space, so we are a B2B company is also in the consumer space. So this is a very unique combination, very, I would say, very few Indian companies have. So definitely this is the right place to work with.